We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel.
Media consumption is very complicated, and whether we like to admit it or not, this shit does have an effect on how we think about things.
Time after time, we're just seeing trans people harassed in defamation campaigns.
Many feminists are preoccupied with eradicating the sex industry at the expense of those in it.
When you were studying Gamergate and you were really looking at the techniques that they use, it's impossible not to see the same techniques being used by Trump supporters.
Officially, the church and the state are separated, yet religion is everywhere.
It goes back to the origins of the country, this extreme fundamentalist strain.
It's a movement around marketing and presentation style, combined with using the internet and social media, period.
It's much easier to get sucked in if you're lonely, if you don't have a strong sense of self. She's really smart, but she didn't know enough to know the things that were talking points and the things that were propaganda.
Websites like 4chan are unmoderated and anonymous, meaning that anyone can say anything without fear of repercussions.
Tensions boiled over into violence as pro-British unionist supporters vented their anger.
When you use social media today, did you think? Did you think deeply, critically, reflectively, analytically at what you were being exposed to? Did you question the thoughts, the opinions, the biases that you were being shown? Or did you just sit back, scroll through, and not think at all?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there.
That's okay.
Is it normal to do that?
Do what?
To have your camera on when you join the call?
I don't know.
Okay. It just seems a little weird, doesn't it? Like it's a bit creepy or something.
It's definitely a little unorthodox. At the very least, poor web design. But it's not the weirdest I've seen, and definitely not the creepiest.
Oh, so have you done this before then? Because you just seem pretty experienced.
Oh no, I'm just a web designer, like a consultant really. I just look at a lot of chat rooms. I never use them, especially nothing like this. Took me a bit of digging to find this place. Almost thought that it didn't exist.
Yeah, me too, for sure. My boyfriend definitely knows a lot more about all of this stuff than I do, but so it is your first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so me too. I guess I don't really know what to expect.
Me neither. So how about let's just listen to others and pretend we know what we're doing and we can work it out together.
Hi people! Nice to meet you. Hope everyone's doing well. Two of you. I guess there is less people than I thought there'd be, but that's all right.
Yeah, we were worried for a moment that it'd just be the two of us.
Well, no worries. I'm here to brighten your day. Oh, shit. Oh.
Some more people should hopefully be joining pretty soon.
Finally, a moment of peace. Now, what am I doing here? Do I click here or... Oh gosh, this is worse than Zoom.
Hey, your camera's on.
Oh, sorry about that now. I'm just a little scattered, you know. Lovely weather we've had. Good to get some air, go for walks and check in on yourself, you know.
Yeah, it's been nice here too. I don't leave the place too much nowadays though, so I can't really make the most of it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Well, you really should. You really should.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Lots more people. Hiya.
Hi, guys.
I love your jacket.
Stop. Thank you. It's not mine. It's my girlfriend's. But, like, if it's cute, I take it. So.
You a fan of Lord of the Rings, then Lovecraftian?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great. Haven't read the books yet, though.
Too busy reading Lovecraft, I suppose.
What?
Just your new username says.
Oh no, okay. It's actually Lovecraftian. You know, like Lara Croft? It's a video game.
Yeah, I know what it is. Sorry, I thought it was a misspelling.
Oh no, don't worry. It's just a stupid pun.
Wow, lots of folk here already. I hope I'm not, intruding on anything.
No.
No, not really.
No. You haven't exactly missed the party, Pet.
Are you the moderator?
The what now?
I don't think there is one.
Do we just start?
Oh, maybe this is the moderator. Hello?
I don't think that's the moderator.
Anybody home? Yoo-hoo!
Should we kick them out or something? I really don't like this.
I mean, maybe they don't like talking to strangers. I know I get that way sometimes.
Blank space, do we kick them?
They haven't done anything super weird yet. I say we just let them stay and they can chime in if they want.
So, how do we want to do this? I mean, what do we talk about?
Well, I thought this was going to be a place to share, bad things we've seen online.
Or been through.
Or done.
Yeah. That too, I guess.
I suppose I can go first if no one else will. It's kind of hard to talk about what happened to me without explaining where I come from. Do people mind if I...
No, please. I'd love if someone could just start.
What do you mean, where you come from?
Okay, well, as you can probably guess, I grew up in the South, and I come from a Christian family with Christian values.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, hi Elizabeth. So I haven't heard from you in a while. So, Boston, how's life? It's supposed to be gorgeous. Do you like it there?
I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't really have a lot of time to explore the city. You know, they need me at the office a lot. So, I pretty much stay there all day.
Oh, but the people, how are they? You know, are they nice? Have you made new friends?
I mean, you know, I'm trying, but the office is kind of draining and, you know, work is work. And then even after work, I just feel like going to bed. So not a lot of that.
Well, you know, people in work, the office, what are they like?
They're nice enough, I guess. It's just mostly small talk and that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, maybe you can find something online, like there's independent Bible studies on YouTube, or something like that. Because you know, there's those sort of things. I don't know if it would work, but surely, you know, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely try to keep my eyes open.
Elizabeth, you know, it's been really nice talking to you again. And you know, I'm always praying. We're all always praying for you, right? And you just, you know, stay positive, because I know it must be really hard to move somewhere else. But, you know, maybe this is a chance for you to bear your cross and come out a new person.
I'm sure it is. Thanks so much for calling me. It was really nice hearing from you.
Like of course, and you can call me anytime, and I love hearing from you. But yeah, I'll leave you to do all your important work. So, bye, Elizabeth.
Bye, Liza.
Hi, this is Janet Fleming's office. Can I take a message? I'm so sorry. She has a meeting at the golf club on the 17th, but would you be available on the 18th? Yeah, around 4:35. Hey, so just to double check, I'm Stanley on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then also Friday this week.
So I thought that today we could discuss this idea and what it means for us to be Christians. But first, I'd like to welcome a newcomer to our little group. Elizabeth, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you here to us today?
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name's Elizabeth. I'm 23, and I just moved up to Boston from South Carolina. And I moved because I'm working with a law firm right now. And, you know, I don't know exactly what I want to do with my life yet, but I do hope I can help people by doing, you know, God's work and bring just and righteous decisions to our courts that, you know, can be beneficial to all of his people. And I'm so grateful that God has blessed me with this opportunity, but I do have to admit it's been a bit difficult. You know, my internship is very time consuming, and so it's been hard to meet new people. And so when I found out about this group, I was hoping that exploring the words of Jesus with the group would be a good way to make some lasting friendships and also learn a thing or two.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth, and we are mighty glad to have you here.
I know a lot of people have been struggling, but I find that the Corinthians has really helped me through the struggle.
But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. In hard times, I believe it is vital to hold these words of the Lord close to our hearts.
Can I take a message?
One must act justly, love with mercy, and walk humbly with your God.
Good things are coming for you, darling. I can feel it.
Hey, Elizabeth, it's Hunter. Listen, I'm working really closely with a great group of people like you who are trying to bring about positive change to our political system, making sure that God's will is being heard and done by the government. Is there any way I can get you involved? They're just live streams, so there's no commitment, so you can just go see one and see how you like it.
Well, sure. I mean, sure, why not? Just, I guess, let me know the details and I could try to be there for the next one. Thank you so much for thinking of me, Hunter. That's really kind of you.
Hello, Patriots, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm gonna keep talking to you about a great nation's need to return to its roots. We need to return to the ideals of historical conservatism, the views of Edmund Burke, and most of the founding fathers, and of classical learning and biblical morality.
The answer is with courage. You're an American. You live in a free country. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You don't have to apologize for crimes you did not commit. You have the absolute right to say exactly what you believe is true. That is your birthright. Now is the time to affirm that right out loud.
Thank you so much to my wonderful community. I love you all. You're like a family to me, and I am so grateful that you all are a part of my life. I can't wait to see you all next time. God bless you, and God bless America.
For your country, cancel your rights. Eliminate our centuries-long tradition of tolerance, yes, tolerance, and of free expression. And the truth is, we often don't know their names. They're mostly faceless political agitators who exist primarily online. They're trolls who thrive on cruelty. And yet suddenly they have immense power over all of us. Weak leaders now reflexively bow to their demands, no matter what those demands are. Why is that? What's changed? Let's have a stronger conversation.
Hey Elizabeth, is everything okay? I just saw the protest on the news and I was wondering if that was in your area.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure? Listen, I'm sorry I stopped calling you. It's just that, well, since you never picked up my calls, I just kind of assumed you were really busy or something, so I just kind of stopped. Elizabeth, are you sure you're okay?
Liza, I think I may have gotten mixed up in something. And I think I need help.
Did you like my storytelling at least?
Wow. So you went from a conservative Christian to a nutty zealot who believes in the cleansing of the impure, back to a more traditional, insane Christian. What a character arc. Truly just magnificent.
Wait, thanks for going first. That was really brave. I would have hated to be the first one to go.
I suppose I just have to get it all off my chest. I know a lot of you can't relate to what happened to me, and you know, I'm not looking for absolution from y'all. I'm just trying to say that I've changed.
It seems like you're still reluctant to even fully admit your mistakes.
She is. She uses scripture as a way to eschew any form of accountability and blames it on a lack of control over a certain situation instead of facing her own mistakes. If she fucks up big time, she can just say that people took her out of context and didn't understand where she was coming from. Why do you think she had to explain her backstory before she told us what the deal was? It's classic. Southern Christian cults and hate groups acting coy and demure to attract sympathy and cover up all the hatred.
Hey, watch your mouth. I didn't come here just to get insulted.
Sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to cry at the end of your story.
Wow, Charlie's just another libtard divorced from reality, convinced that everyone deserves to be loved and respected, but as soon as anyone stands up against her, then it's just freedom and equality for those on her side. She's going to blame you for your own beliefs to cover up her own vacuous statements and nonsensical tenets. Charlie, you're not going to change the world by haranguing one Christian woman on a forum in a far left corner of the internet, you fucking idiot.
He's right. You found nothing better to do than attacking me for who I am.
I have not. I'm just saying you shouldn't expect us to feel terrible for you.
Well, I guess forgiveness is a virtue that's lacking in this forum.
Oh, go on and act her if you like. Whoever that guy is, he's right, you know. You just want empathy when it's not even warranted.
And you just want to hurt people when this space should be a positive one, providing mutual and non-judgmental support. And you
Hey, come on, you two. Wake up. Can't you see that Anonymous is just pitting you two against each other? He's trolling both of you.
I agree. You two need to stop bickering. It's not helping anyone.
Look, I know you see yourself as the victim in your story, but I mean, part of me wants to tell you that I don't blame you, but it's hard for me to say that because there are things you haven't seen. And I think you just don't understand how difficult it is for people like me.
When I was 17, I used photos of my feet to make some money online. It's stupid looking back because of my age and all, but that's just how it started. We'd be at sleepovers and all gathered around someone's laptop in our PJs and going to all sorts of websites, looking for sugar daddies and then getting too scared just the further we went into it. Before college started, I needed some more money, just like moving up and everything. And so I continued to do this and selling pics here and there. But then I started to get more serious and I started to earn a bit more. Started taking requests to charge more. Really putting that B1 and leaving their business to practice.
No need to brag.
Fuck off. Anyways, then I kept that going for a while. Kind of fell away from college for a bit, and I was getting way more attention online and I kind of kept at it. I guess I would comment here and there, which it hurt a bit, but I got going. I always laugh at the women who constantly attacked me to the guise of women's liberation. You're setting the movement back 100 years. How can you possibly be empowered by this? Why has no one else asked if their job empowers them? Why is my business up for discussion? What was I saying? College. Yeah, college. Sorry, a bit lost there.
How do you think I feel listening to
it? Stop. Anyway, I ended up dropping out in second year. I just realised it wasn't for me. Plus, I was doing fine in my business. I do get people threatening to leak stuff. I send it to people I know, but I just keep everything private as I can and I just block them and move on.
I need a minute.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Charlie Rose.
Me too. Idiot. Do you get it out, Lizzie?
That's given me a lot to think about. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Have you spoken to your mother since?
No. I reported to the police before, but didn't do anything. Why should it be any different this time?
Wow, you got fucked over pretty hard, huh? But I guess that's what you get for sticking your titty pics online.
Okay, well, at least people want to see my body, you neckbeard. Oh, fuck.
Well, you do seem to have gotten yourself into a right state there, love. Young girls like yourself have to be more careful these days. A lot of sex fiends, all sorts about the place.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily...
They're everywhere. They're in the schools, in the banks, in the government. There's a whole lot of them running the world and no one can see it. But I can see it. The people who've opened their eyes can see it. And now we're not going to let them take our children off the streets when we're not looking to be sold as any sex fiend who can get their hands on them. We're not going to have the wool pulled over our eyes.
Sorry, what the fuck?
Kick her, get her out.
Holy
Get her out.
Okay, maybe everyone should just calm down for a second.
I'm sorry. I just don't really know what to think anymore. I just want my children to be safe.
Why don't you try telling us what happened to you, Holistic? Try starting from the beginning.
I just want my children to be safe.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I was just putting the girls to bed there. No worries, sorry, yeah, it's hard to keep you waiting. Yeah, Rita Farley. Are you grand? Yeah, no. Oh, so yeah. So the rent won't be. No. Of course, yeah, no. Of course, no, I'll try to have it. I'll have it for you by next week or so. You're grand, but just stop. Of course, no, I understand. It's a hard time for everyone, and you're very kind. Thanks now. Bye. Fuck.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Rita.
Rita?
How's little Chester doing? I seen you the other day, but I think
they're
you were
grand,
on
yeah,
head.
just, sick of all this bollocks.
Stop, I know.
Yourself, the usual.
Jesus, yeah. Don't I know?
How are you? Are you alright?
I'm grand, yeah. It's... past few days haven't been great, but no, it's nothing I can't handle.
Rick hasn't been around, has he?
No, it's nothing like that. It's
What is it, chicken?
I just fed up, same as you, I suppose. Just the other day that I got...
For a virus with a 99% survival rate, a load of ticks from this country. Or in some state. Sure, they don't give a rat's.
No, you're dead right, Tracy.
They're getting their salaries, lovely.
Jeez, I'm thinking the same thing.
They don't give a fuck about us here now.
They don't give a rat's about us. About our well-being.
Pigs.
I actually know, I seen your post the other day and I called you actually, and Jesus, some of the things on it made me sick. Is that all fucking true?
Of course it fucking is. Did you not see the facts written out all over it?
Stop.
People need to wake up to what's really going on. Stop listening to all this shite they do be talking on RT. It's bloody daylight brainwashing. A few of the girls in work at the salon are going to that gathering on Sunday though, chicken. I was going to say it to you to come. It might be good for you to be around people who know what they're on about.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. God, but definitely, yeah. Send me on the details, would you? Sunday, is it?
Would you actually fucking get down off that now? Sorry, Reed.
Right, Trace, I'm gonna let you go. It sounds like you have your hands full.
Chester's doing my bloody head in 1 second.
See you. Bye.
I'm just wondering where my daughter Ava is. She left school about half. Yeah, listen, she got off school at 2:30 and she's not home yet. And I'm just wondering, did you see her leave school or did you see her go out the door? What? No, sorry. What do you mean? I don't know what you're on about. I'm wondering where my daughter is. She's meant to be home now and she's not home yet, and I don't know where she is. And you saw her with someone. Who was she with? Who did you see her with? Did you see her with someone or not? Are you sure about that? Now listen, you can't be just... Hello? Hello, are you... Bastards. Oh, God.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all well today, and you know, this is my first time doing one of these, so some recent events and research of mine have really just led me to no other choice but to speak out about what is really going on here. It's clear that the government don't care for the well-being and the health of our nation. RTE is taking your souls, so stop watching the news, because it's all fake, it's all propaganda, and the media controls our minds. They want us hard-working people and small businesses to be oppressed by the powers of the elite. All need to wake up to the madness around you. We need to stand up as a country and fight back against this corrupt system, to the brainwashing of Bill Gates with his vaccines that are slowly but surely taking over the world and brainwashing us all. This pandemic, this money-making scheme, a system which has turned a blind eye to the paedophile rings. Hug your children, go into nature. If you still think this is about a virus, you need to cop on to yourself. The government can't keep us locked up forever, and if we all unite and say enough is enough, they won't be able to stop us. So please, take this as a sign to start questioning the reality that is being proposed to you, to open your eyes to what is really going on, or else you might be the next sheep that enters this soulless society.
Hi.
Hello?
Is that Rita? Rita Farley?
Who's speaking?
Rita, it's me. It's Joanne.
Joe? Joe Goodwin?
Oh, of course it's me, Rita.
Joanne, how are you doing?
Oh my goodness, it's so nice to hear your voice again. Oh, I'd really forgotten how much I miss that accent.
Oh, we just stop. You were the lucky ones I got rid of it.
Oh, well, it didn't happen intentionally, Ree, I guess. I'm just one of those people who lets their surrounding change them a bit, but I'd have my accent back in a heartbeat if I could.
You couldn't be going around talking like that in your position. They think you're an imposter, love.
Rita, I just, wanted to call and see how you were. I know it's been a really long time.
Yeah, grand, yeah, the girls are great. You know.
And how are you, Ree?
I'm grand, yeah. Why?
Well, are you sure, Ree?
Joanne, I'm grand. What's with the interrogations?
Oh, Ree, there's no need to be so sensitive. It's just, well, I saw some of the stuff that you've been sharing lately, you know, your videos, and I've just been a little worried about you.
Worried? What would you be worried about?
Well, I mean, Ree, these videos, they don't seem like you. I mean, it's as though someone is set you up with a camera or something and a document of all the conspiracy theories that can be applied to our current situation. I mean, Rita, you poor thing. I should have been there for you. I've been so out of touch. And these far-right groups,
Far right? What are you on about the far right? This is nothing but the truth, Joe. And if you can't see that, then you're no better than the other sheep out there.
Oh, Reese, stop! Listen to yourself. I mean, they've conditioned you to believing that it's the truth, that everything else is lie, that this is the beginning of a revolution, the New World Order. I mean, Rita, you have to take a step back. It's just not healthy. I mean, just realize the accusations that you've been making in some of these videos.
Stop right there, Joe.
The pedophile rings?
Just stop. No, that's real typical of you, Joe, yeah. Coming down off your high horse and spitting on all my beliefs. No.
Rita, please. Listen, you're taking this the wrong way. I'm just trying to protect you. I mean, Jesus, Rita, half the pages you get this stuff from are just bots.
You really take me to be so mean, don't you? You're unbelievable.
Rita.
Yeah, just a second, love. So, that's basically where I'm at. Yeah. I just don't know what to do.
Are your kids, are they safe, or?
Are you saying I'd hurt my children?
No, I never said that.
I would never hurt my children. Do you understand me?
You're okay. Just try to take a few deep breaths. We know that you'd never hurt your children.
Do you think all those predators created that group? Or that they've infiltrated it? Can they find my kids through the...
Holistic, those bots were made by the same people who created the group in the first place. You just need to get out of that Facebook group right now.
No. It could be dangerous to leave, and you know, they might retaliate or something, or...
Okay, that is not helping. She's already paranoid and you want to make it worse?
You just don't... You don't know what these people are capable of.
But not all of those fans are part of the alt-right, surely. They can't be.
No, you're right. Some of them are bots. And people like her.
Yeah, fucking morons. Okay, so Holistic Haven, or whatever your name is, you forgot the number one rule of the internet. You never know who you're talking to. And no, dipshit, that's not just something that they tell your kids at school after showing them a cyberbullying PSA that everyone forgets about the next day. It's general fucking knowledge. Unless you have a Turing test on hand, you should assume it's a bot. What they're doing is just trolling 101. Convince people that the rest of the world is already in on the joke. A couple hundred bots with basic word recognition program can get a hashtag trending in 24 hours. How do you not get this, you absolute fucking moron? People are sheep, honestly. They're so pathetic, so desperate to jump on the bandwagon that it's disgusting. It's like they're so happy to be on the private jet that they don't notice it's actually a fucking flight simulator, or that the plane's about to crash. But whatever, man. Poggers.
Who the fuck are you?
A professional memer, dumbass. And it's your own fault that your kids are never...
Okay. There we go. I found the mute button.
He has got a point, though. I mean, bots are everywhere. I get them spamming my chat on Twitch all the time.
What do you stream then? Loved crafting.
Oh, a bunch of shit really. Skyrim, CSGO, stuff like that. Gaming really like relaxes me, you know?
You don't seem too relaxed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Things have been kind of different recently. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Lovecraftian41 if you're new, although I think I recognize most of the names in the chat. Yeah. How are we all doing? Hope everybody's well. I'm just going to play a bit of Skyrim today, I'm just setting it up here. Just decided I'd stream it again. I've been enjoying that lately. Oh my gosh, somebody says they've been subscribed for 6 months. That's crazy. No, that's so exciting. I'm actually shocked with that. Thanks so much. It means a lot. Do you stick around? I hope you stay and like what you see. Yeah. Anything else? Why am I so late? I know, I was at work today. Yeah, the internship. Yeah, it's good, it's grand. Somebody says... Random one, but what's your favourite food? I know exactly what this is. Okay, so there's this tiny, tiny little restaurant, like just 10 minutes down the road from me, called the Harbour Inn. And they do the most amazing chocolate cake that you've ever tasted in your life. So it has to be that, like, oh, so good. And every single year, without fail, on my birthday, me and my parents go there and get the chocolate cake. You all have to go there. We'll all go there together. I'm forcing you to. Okay, anyways, I think I've got this new set up, so let's go get started. Welcome back to my stream. Somebody said they like my avatar, thanks. I'm not very creative when it comes to dressing them up. I'm Lovecraftian41 if anybody's new here. Yeah, I know I am a bit late logging on. I had work today. Thanks for all the support and comments, guys. Really, really appreciate it. So thanks for all the great feedback, guys. Yeah, sorry. I'm actually gonna head, but same time tomorrow. Okay, yeah, see you later.
You see that right at the end. You were so sick. Big grats on the crit. 10 out of 10 on the Agi.
Thanks.
And so many people watch the stream. You're gonna blow up 100%.
So yeah, I don't know about that.
What are you talking about? You're literally taking off. You're getting more streams than any of us. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, no, like it is what I want, of course. It's just, I don't know. I want to ask you something.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I don't know, it's just like,
Yeah?
like before it was just my friends watching, right? Like my online friends. And like they were always nice.
Yeah? And now it's new online friends you've never played with. How cool is that?
Yeah, no, and like that is great. And like I said, it's obviously it's what I want. It's just, I don't know, like they don't know me and I don't know them. They're like strangers and most of them are great. But you know, some of them are kind of mean. I don't know. Yeah, like leaving nasty comments, and some of them are kind of like, I don't know, like just picking on my body or something and saying like, oh, this is too this, or you're too this, or you look like whatever.
But like, we all get that kind of stuff from each other when we're playing.
Yeah, no, I know, but like we can make fun of each other and say stuff, and that's...
How is that any different?
I don't know, like, it's not even that, it's not even the superficial things, it's more like when they...
What do they say?
Well, they're there comparing me to like other girls online and stuff, and saying like one of them has to be the whore and one of them has to be like the quirky one. And like, I don't know, sometimes they threaten me and say kind of harassing stuff, like...
It's all the same. Look, the people online are assholes. Everyone's mean to each other. The things these people say to each other on games is intense, yeah. But, like, if anything, they're probably taking it easier on you because you're a girl.
Yeah, maybe they take it easier in a way, but at the same time, I kind of think that some of the stuff they say is creepier, and maybe that's because I'm a girl.
You're bound to run into that kind of thing online. That's just the way we talk. Don't be soft. Just get over it. It'll be grand.
Yeah, but like, I don't mind or care or anything, obviously. It's just kind of weird when they're like saying I deserve to be assaulted or beaten up or stuff.
Everybody gets that.
Yeah, I know. Just, yeah, it freaks me out a bit. And they're like asking about my body and talking about it and making judgments, and I don't know, just kind of talking about like sex and stuff in a really weird way.
Okay. If it were me,
Yeah.
I'd just take it as a compliment. Maybe they don't have much experience talking to girls. Cut them a bit of slack. Honestly, they're just trying to compliment you.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Maybe. I've got like an internship thing. Oh, just like a factory down the road, office work mostly, projects and graphs and all that fun stuff. Yeah, tech stuff. Yeah.
Oh, come on! You were playing a video game and a bunch of immature, horny white boys posted comments that hurt your feelings. Who cares? Why can't you just move on? Why are you making such a big...
I swear, you've got to be the most callous piece of shit I've ever met. Lovecraftian has the fucking courage to show her face to others at least. I'm not even talking about turning on your webcam for 7 other people, but hundreds that follow her and watch her live. You're barely able to turn your mic on to rip into someone that no one asked for. You think you're so enlightened, but right now you're probably sat at your screen, wearing a hoodie you've been wearing for the last 2 weeks and you haven't washed it. Packet Doritos to your right, Mountain Dew to your left, just crouching in a corner, like Gollum or something.
Okay. Well, going back to Lovecraftian story, I think if you focus on finding more moderators to help during those live streams, that would help with determining who's part of your community and who ought to be kicked out.
Don't worry, hon. I'll get some of the lads from the housing complex and they'll teach him a lesson.
Thanks, Sam. I'll be fine, I think.
Yeah, she'll be fine. Just needs to get rid of all those toxic white boys.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you want to share anything with the group, Annie?
I'm sorry. I've actually watched some of your streams, Lovecraftian.
Wait, really?
And
I was in that chat as well. And I posted one of those comments telling you to chill out and not make a big deal of it. I didn't realize the damage I was doing. I'm really sorry.
You don't need to forgive him.
One thing at a time. Aniad, what on earth got you to say that in the first place?
I looked up to the wrong people for the wrong reasons.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Joe Patterson Show. I'm your host, Joe Patterson, and tonight I have with me a very special guest, Connor Walsh, author of the books 12 Rules to Win the Popularity Contest That Is Life, and How to Correct Political Correctness, the ways in which the left shuts down logical discussion through censorship.
Thank you, Joe. It's great to be here.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. You're probably the most requested guest on this bloody show. Highly unorthodox. Who knows? You might even be running this show someday. Connor, I'm a big fan of your work. It's really majorly thought-provoking stuff.
Thank you, Joe. Really, thank you. I've been a big fan of this show for a long time. And don't tempt me about running this show, because I will have you off this show faster than Hillary can cause a data breach.
Oh, you're absolutely killing me, Connor. You and I have, I think, a lot of common ground when it comes to the left, and that we both agree that the whole political correctness has gone too far and is now totally out of bounds.
Oh, absolutely. I completely concur. It's maddening. I feel like I can't say anything without my life being turned completely upside down.
Where are we if facts cannot be stated? Carl Jung once said that we cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses.
That's incredibly poignant. And I am terribly sorry that you had to go through that. The left can be so unaccommodating to other people's beliefs. I really do feel like the world is going in the wrong direction. Did your phone ring?
I think it's for you.
Good afternoon, this is the Dell Tech Support line. How can I help you today?
Hello?
Hello, how can I help you?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, hello. Sorry, I must have had the volume off. These damn things are always causing me trouble.
Not to worry, ma'am. How can I help you today?
Well, my computer doesn't seem to be connecting to the internet.
No problem at all. Is the computer in front of you at the moment?
No.
Okay. Would you be able to access your computer at the moment?
Oh, yes. Let me just boot it up. One moment.
No problem. Take your time.
God, did you see the news about those Conservative rallies? It's absolutely atrocious.
Oh, it's really terrible, isn't it?
Gosh, I find it very unsettling. Don't you just feel as if the world is heading in the wrong direction?
Yeah, you could say that.
I see a lot of young men out there in the world lost.
Good afternoon, this is the Dell tech support line. What can I do for you this afternoon?
Lost at the fact that they don't have a place here anymore.
Hello, this is the Dell tech support line. How can I help you this evening?
Traditional roles have been eroded, leaving them aimless. I get a lot of men asking me how to become successful, how to make their first million, how to get the promotion. It's pretty simple, really. Clean your room, work out, and work hard. If you work hard, you can do anything in this world. This world can be yours with motivation. Get lost in your work, work overtime, work on weekends. Work till you can't anymore. And I swear that you'll get that promotion. Stop blaming the world for your failures and start blaming your attitude.
Hi Connor, this is Mairead. I'm sorry to inform you that management and myself have decided to not put you forward for the promotion. I know that you were really hoping for it this time, but we just don't think that your numbers were up to the quality and quantity that we were looking for. Of course, we will consider you if another position opens up, but in the meantime, all I can recommend is that you work on trying to get your numbers up and just work a little harder. Best of luck, Connor. See you on Monday.
Je suis un homme.
In the now all too relevant debate over ethnic diversity and immigration in Europe, the existence of the no-go zones is a topic that has proved prominent. European leaders tend to refute their very presence when in fact certain cities have entire neighborhoods that are under the rule of Sharia law. The police purposely avoid entering these areas, and young white girls cannot enter without putting their lives in serious danger. Now, these Muslim zones are an interesting phenomenon because they're in complete contrast to the other districts of those cities. I mean, take Belleville in Paris, for example. There are some places where you do not want to go and where you could easily be robbed, assaulted, or worse.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Joe Patterson Show. I'm your host, Joe Patterson, and tonight I'm back with a very special guest you might remember, Connor Walsh.
Hello, Joe. It's great to be back.
How have things been? Have you been up to anything lately, Connor?
You know, I've actually been learning French recently. I'm even planning on taking a trip.
Oh, be bloody careful while you're there. It's full of leftists and postmodern neo-Marxists.
You know, I've heard you say that before, but I've probably met one Marxist in my entire life. Where are these postmodern neo-Marxists? Joe, what even is a postmodern neo-Marxist?
Well, they're nihilists. They don't believe in anything. They blame capitalism for all their problems, all the while tweeting about it on their cell phones. As Dostoevsky eloquently put it, to live without hope is to cease to live.
Joe, sometimes I feel as if you aren't saying anything at all. Are postmodern Marxists just straw men that you can blame problems on?
Right, I think we should move on.
No, I have another thing to say. I saw your video telling people to stop blaming the world, that if I work hard, then I'll succeed. And I'm sorry, Joe, but that is a crock of shit. I worked harder than I ever have in my entire life. I got nowhere. You were a father figure to me, Joe. But now I see it. You're playing on my and other men's insecurities without saying anything of substance.
Connor, wait! I can help you. Young men like you have nowhere else to turn.
You know what, Joe? Out of everything that you've said, that is the biggest lie of them all.
What was it exactly that got you to stop?
Well, just talking to other people I'd been conditioned to hate. They made me realize that there was a lot more to the world than I'd been led to believe, and that I was wrong about a lot of different things. So again, Lovecraftian, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Really?
You woke up and realized what you'd been doing and the damage it caused, and you're working to be better. So I feel like I can forgive you.
Thank you.
So, where do you stand now? Politically, I mean.
Well, I still maybe lean more conservative, but I don't think conservative pundits are any more logical or reliable than liberal or left-leaning ones. A lot of them are actually way less reliable. I mean, no-go zones are bullshit. They're just a way of being racist without being openly racist. And yeah, like, freedom of speech is important, but just because you can say something, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be, held accountable for when it hurts someone else or a lot of other people.
I mean, based on that, you sound a lot more left-wing than right-wing to me.
That's weird, because I would have thought you were more conservative.
Sorry, what?
Well, yeah, me too.
Yeah, same here. The whole let's hear both sides thing is a classic conservative thing.
No, that's just being objective. I'd say I'm more of a centrist, like centre-left.
Come on, blank space. Everyone knows that when you say you're a centrist, you're just like a light conservative.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I went through a bit of a centrist phase myself. I think I might be an actual centrist now, though, if that's even a thing.
Wow, that's so good for you. I mean, it's like things are really looking up for you.
Are you okay, honey?
What was that about, Virgo?
She's just pissy because she's not Aeneid's French girlfriend.
Did you ever just shut up? Just shut the fuck up for once.
Whoa.
Calm yourself, love.
Chill out, Snowflake. It's just a joke.
Don't you ever try to tell me to calm down. Don't you dare call me a snowflake, because at the end of the day, you are all insufferable. Did you know that?
Charlie and Lizzie, would you stop bickering for 5 seconds and dragging everyone else into your shit, because we all get it. We all get that you don't agree and you don't like each other and it's not a competition because... And then even more, Holistic Haven, would you ever stop crying for 5 minutes and judging and feeling sorry for yourself? Because honestly, it's really pissing me off. And Lovecraftian, stop. Just stop and grow a fucking spine and just stand up for yourself for once, and maybe even get out of the house, because God knows you need that. And Aiden, stop acting like you need a medal for learning some fucking French, because your personal growth, it does not interest me or anyone else here. Blank space, maybe you should stop being a smug little fence sitter, because I can't stand it, and I can't speak for anyone else, but you know what? You'd actually be the worst if it wasn't for him, because Anonymous, you're everything that's wrong with the world nowadays, because everything you say is mean, it's smug, it's superior, it's condescending, and I don't think you could say a nice thing about anyone without keeling over and actually dying, because you know what? Maybe your disgusting little body already has. So come on, why don't you show us? Come on and show us, you pathetic little coward. Why won't you say it to my fucking face?
It started off pretty great. I was like DiCaprio, on top of the world. I was quite literally one of the best in my field. Well, of course it was fraudulent. Did you not hear about a truckload of Biden-only mail-in ballots being brought in? Or how about how most in-person voters voted Trump? Really convenient how there was a spike in Biden voters when Trump was about to win.
No, that's not how it works. Mail-in votes have to be collected and then, well, mailed. That's just how it works. It's very democratic.
Actually, I have a PhD in political science, and I wrote my thesis on democratic voting systems, and you're empirically wrong. It's most likely that the mail-in ballots were fraudulent and snuck in by Democrat foul play.
Look at this academic journal article that did a case study on the election. It proves that it was all legal and democratic.
From the University of California. Yeah, because they don't have an agenda. You want real news? Fox is the only non-partisan, impartial media outlet in a sea of fake news.
Of course the weedy little cuck soy boy looks at Californian studies. Go cry to your frat brothers that we know the truth about the fraud. Maybe they'll suck you off.
The power of Jesus will heal you. God bless.
Actually, I'm sure hard-working doctors and their medical degrees will heal her. Jesus couldn't even save himself, lol.
God is all-powerful. Jesus saved loads of people. You should read the Bible.
The Bible? The Bible isn't even a coherent story on its own. Ever heard of the synoptic problem? Or how about that your God is based off the God of the Old Testament, Jehovah, from the Hebrew Yahweh, who is based off the Sumerian god Yah and the Mesopotamian god Weh. It's also the same person as Allah, so you and those Muslims that you hate so much aren't so different.
Jesus did save, but you shouldn't belittle doctors. I love God, but maybe he doesn't love us because he does let us get sick.
No, God is great and he does love us. Illness is how we repent for our sins. I can't force you to love God, but you're making him sad right now.
God created pedophiles, and Satan punishes them. I don't know which one I prefer.
If you like the Bible so much, then I hope you never wear an outfit made of different materials, eat shrimp, or work on the Sabbath. Also, I'm thinking of selling my oldest daughter into slavery as the Bible allows. How much should I sell her for?
Those are the old Bible. Jesus is our prophet and changed these rules to be the good New Testament.
Well, maybe I'm the new prophet, and I'm telling you that the Bible is bullshit. Aren't you a little young to have a baby? How will you get all your homework done if you're busy changing nappies?
Not that it's any of your business, but I dropped out of school. I did try an apprenticeship, but I didn't like it. So now my boyfriend works and is providing for us because he's a good daddy.
Oh yeah, great plan. Until the novelty wears off and he gets bored having to pay for you to sit around all day and he leaves you to go do something fulfilling with his life and you're stuck with that bundle of reminder of disappointing drunk one-night stand.
I dropped out of school too. Had a child, the father left, so became a prostitute.
Now I have AIDS and have 3 months left to live and my baby just turned 2. All men are the same. You're probably going to end up like me. Sorry, doll.
Thoughts and prayers for this tragic loss.
I totally agree. We need stricter gun restrictions.
Stricter gun restrictions? A gun never killed anyone. It's people that kill.
Yeah, exactly. The good guys need to have guns to stop the bad guys. If teachers had guns, there wouldn't be this issue.
No! If there's no guns, then no one can get shot.
Criminals can get guns illegally, you stupid fucking snowflake. We need cops more heavily armed, and every household should have at least 1 firearm per person. You wouldn't try to shoot someone if you thought you'd get shot.
Exactly. The Founding Fathers made sure we could always have our gun rights, and that liberal tyrants like you couldn't take them from us. Thomas Jefferson would be disgusted by you. Fucking commies trying to take my guns.
Glad you mentioned that.
The FS wrote the Constitution back when guns took literal minutes to reload rather than spraying 120 bullets a second, and Jefferson wanted the Constitution to be updated every 19 years. So actually, your Founding Fathers would hate everything you stand for, you uneducated Neanderthal.
It doesn't matter what Jefferson said. It isn't in the Constitution, and guns are our right. Just try and take them from me. You'll end up like the kids in that class. I hope they were liberals like you. Then they had it coming. I didn't care who it was. Left, right, liberal, conservative, snowflake, cuck. It's not about the ideology. It's about the art. If I could pick apart their comment, they were fair game. So I hate everyone equally. I'm not a conservative, more of a centrist. But I first started feeling iffy about what I was doing when a couple of my posts got really popular, and I was invited to join this group.
Welcome to the club, Normie. We've been something of a fan of you for some time.
Good, that's why I'm here. If no one paid attention to my work, it'd be pointless.
We saw how you fucking destroyed those whiny little snowflakes complaining about how fat people are healthy with their body positivity bullshit. We knew you belonged here.
LMAO, yeah. I mean, eat a carrot once in a while, SMH.
We have a plan coming up, and we need your help.
What is it?
There are these girls at my college who abuse me and treat me badly, even though I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And they always go off with moronic airhead jazz just because they have a six-pack. Anyway, one of their boyfriends has been bragging about her nudes on a group chat. So we're going to coordinate an attack to Tox's phone and steal all her photos.
Right. Yeah, cool. Count me in.
Hey dude, look what I just found. You're making a name for yourself.
That didn't completely stop me, but that's when it began to not feel as good. Like a drug, I felt like I needed a bit more, but I never got enough satisfaction from it.
It started to ruin anything and everything that I had, and I didn't realise, which I guess drove me to do it more. I didn't notice that my friends liked me less and less, and that I was getting less attention, because I was making it up with negative attention online. But there was a day when I finally realised. I am going to dip on your brain, or rather, in the hole where your brain would be, if you had one, which you clearly don't, you fucking cunt. I hope you live painfully and die. On the one day that you're supposed to get the slightest slither of attention from even just your closest friends and family, I heard nothing. No one bothered to come. No one even texted me. I realized that if I died, my body probably wouldn't be found for months. No one cared. No one. And I was never, ever happy or even content. But that's why I'm here, because I'm addicted to something that only ever makes me feel awful. And it's my own fault. But I'd like some help to get better.
You really do need some fucking help, dude.
Do you not even realise the consequences of your actions?
I think I have now.
You think you have? Did you even try to fix the damage you've done?
She's right, you know, you're going to have to do more than just acknowledge that you've done harm.
I think there are a few subreddits for online troll addiction. You might want to check that out. The craziest thing about this is there are way more people out there who are just like you.
Take a good, long look at yourself in the mirror, because even if you say that you're not conservative, you're spreading conservative bullshit and conservative cruelty. You might think of yourself as an agent of chaos or something, but really, You're just another one of their pawns. You're just like the rest of us.
You got addicted to the thrill of it. You spiraled down into it and you couldn't get out.
Yeah, I guess that sums it up pretty well.
And it started to chip away at bigger and bigger chunks of your life.
What do you mean?
The internet can be it can seep into your life, and it drains your energy, and you get sucked in further and further, and eventually you forget who you are. We are drunk at a party, and he tells me I'm great at holding my alcohol, but I know I'm swaying on my feet. My skin feels like it's gently slipping off, and my tongue sits uncomfortably. I'm drinking water in the kitchen, and noise blares around me, but a girl looks at me in a way I've never been looked at before. He is missing, because he always goes missing. She looks at me again, and my blood starts to feel like ice shards inside of me. My skin and blood erode against each other, and she walks over and asks if I am who I am, and if he is who he is. I say yes once. She tells me that he is not what he seems, and then he is back, and I am loved again. And we leave, so I ask if he knew her, and he says no one was in the kitchen with me. I believe this until I wake up the next morning and I have a text. It's from her, and it is a link to a website I don't know how to use. It has threads upon threads of abuse against women, objectifying, observing, and ogling, and it's women who speak up and who want change, and women who don't speak up and who are simply existing, and these women are all like me. He sleeps soundly.
Hi, sorry, who is this? Sophie, is that you? Are you alright?
How do you know my name?
I'm sorry, I can't really hear you.
How do you know my name?
Sophie, I'm sorry, I just thought you should know. You don't know what he's really like.
Good morning. So I'll be back late. The lads in the club want me to late one. Love you.
As soon as he leaves, I try to calm down. I start my morning routine to ground myself and eat something and drink something. I plan my week out, and I start to realize that there's no way he could really do all of this, because surely it's either a sick joke or a misunderstanding, because if he really felt that way, he wouldn't be with me. He wouldn't encourage me to write or encourage me to protest. He wouldn't do any of this. He couldn't do any of this. I would know if he did any of this. I would know. I don't really know what to do with myself for today. I should be doing college work, but I need to figure out
where this came from because, well, if it's not him, it's someone else. And maybe it's a case of mistaken identity. I start to search his name innocently on different websites, and I start to look up people who I thought were far right, nut jobs in college. I'm trying to see if I can find anything, and I can't. I don't know where these websites come from. I don't know where these forums are. I wish I knew, but I don't have to know. It's not him. It's someone else. It can't be him. It has to be someone else. I'm home for the moment, not for the weekend. We haven't had a conversation since that night, and I know we would have had a conversation if I told him the truth that I'm not home for just the weekend. He doesn't like it when I spend too much time at home because he says my family doesn't know how the world works. He's never bothered to get to know my parents, but he says I have a chance. I once asked him what I have a chance at, and he laughed. Sometimes I worry that I've ignored the signs before. We walked through town after class once, and he said that a homeless woman deserved to sit there in her own filth. He once called me fat in front of all of our friends. He would throw the words annoying, crazy, cringy, but was so sweet in private. I thought he had said these things as jokes because he loved reaction, dark humor. I start to wonder if these things aren't jokes. I start to wonder if there is more. So I decide to start looking. I scroll. I don't know how long it's been. I think I find him. The first name is right, but everything else just seemed wrong. I try to imagine him saying what he's written. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads on disgusting foreigners. People say to me that the person being a helicopter is impossible, and I'm a fucking retard, but I don't care. I'm beautiful. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades, 30mm cannons, and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body.
From now on, I want you guys to call me Apache and respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. And if you can't accept me, you're a helophobe and need to check your vehicle privilege. Thank you so much for being so understanding.
He comes in screaming, and I've never seen this before. He throws a glass. I want to say beside me, but it's at me. It smashes beside my ear, and I can feel the glass in my hair as I sit in the bathtub. I've just gotten sick. He's gone. He tried to come in to apologize when he heard me getting sick and said I was overreacting. I don't even know what he was reacting to. I wanted to scream that he overreacts, that he hurts and lashes out and manipulates. If I said that, I wouldn't be able to think right now. I've never seen him do anything like this. And I'm scared. I'm scared that if I don't follow him down to the party, I'm scared that if I don't follow him down to the party, I am scared if I don't follow him down to the party.
You're one of us at the end of the day, Sophie. You're happy to be here, aren't you?
You don't smoke.
I do smoke.
You're being ridiculous, Sophie.
Of course I am being ridiculous, but, you know, surely you know everything. You know and want and control everything.
Take a deep breath in. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
You're safe here with us. You don't have to worry about him right now.
Are you safe right now? Where you are, I mean, is it a safe space?
I don't know. I told him I was busy on the phone earlier.
And what did he say?
I don't know. He was angry and I didn't want to listen to his voice.
Leave this fucker, like right now.
He might not be in the place to do that safely. But at least, Virgo, you should get out of those online message boards.
Can't. Yes. They have my details because they asked for them when you sign up. They'll harass me, dox me, and do everything they can to make me regret leaving, and it's not as simple as just ditching something because you don't like it anymore.
Look.
You were right, by the way. Everyone in this group is insufferable and foolish. But that includes you. You're all acting about as mature as 12-year-olds dueling over new Fortnite skins. Survival of the loudest. It's ridiculous and it's pointless. Does anyone even remember why they came here in the first place? I'm pretty sure it wasn't for us to yell at each other and I don't know. I just think it's stupid.
I could lead us into a short little meditation to ground ourselves again, maybe.
I think I'm good, but thank you.
Yep, same here.
I'm okay.
All right. I'm just saying I'm quite good.
Oh my fucking God, Virgo! I think I know who you're talking about.
What is my responsibility? I guess I never really thought about it. I guess I never really had to think about it. What do I owe to other people? How much control do I have? Can I control the experience of others? Is that even possible? Have I ever even tried? In a world so full of hate and rage and vitriol, am I a help? Or am I a hindrance? Do I have responsibility? It's easy to embrace society's egotism, where I is the only thing that matters. Is there any point in thinking any different? It's fine to look after yourself, right? What else is there to do? It's fine, as long as I'm not hurting anyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Long time no see. I haven't talked in ages. How have you been?
Oh, you know, the usual. Just trying to keep myself busy with work.
Yeah, I've been pretty much the same. I do miss our debates, though. Too bad we won't be going to the pub anytime soon.
Yeah. We used to get really into it, but I think I've mellowed a bit since then.
Yeah, you finally come see my side of it. Speaking of, can you believe this? Can you believe how much money we're spending on all these immigrants? I don't pay half my wage in tax just for it to go to people who don't even live here. Cheek of them coming here and expecting us to pay for them. Especially with the state of our country. Look at our homeless crisis. We should look after our own first.
Yeah. I don't really know anything about that. But they're coming here for a reason. They don't have a choice. Besides, isn't helping those in need the right thing to do?
Of course you'd say that. The reason they're coming is for our welfare. That's the real truth of it. Besides, don't you care about the poor Irish people that are being neglected? Don't you care about your own?
Of course. But don't you think both problems can be solved simultaneously?
Don't be such an idiot. That's not how anything works. It's because of them we can't afford to fix any of our own problems.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Look it up, it's true.
I don't really want to start an argument. What's the point? We've been doing this for years. Meet in the pub every couple of months and have a debate or argument over something or other. Not that I ever do much arguing. There's no point to it either. It's almost like he wants me to push back and disagree, just so he can launch into whatever speech he's prepared for this particular topic, filled with straw man's, half-facts, and unrealistic and often unconnected figures, all to show his own intellectual superiority. He's always right in his own head. But he's harmless, really. What's the harm in letting him think he's right? It's not my responsibility to correct him anyway. What is my responsibility? Look, I don't really know much about it, but I'll take your word for it.
See, I knew you'd agree with me. Just like old times.
I wouldn't say that.
You just don't want to admit I'm right. Hey, how you been?
I've been pretty good. Just busy with work.
Me too. I've been swamped lately. Hey, do you remember old Damo from school, Damien O'Neill? I ran into the other day. Apparently he's having a third kid. Says he's getting set up nice with a council house next month. Some people really have it easy.
Yeah, I vaguely remember him. Didn't know him that well. Glad he's doing okay for himself.
What? So you're glad a deadbeat's mooching off the state?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
He dropped out in like third year. I bet he'd never worked a day in his life. He has it easy.
I really don't think it's that simple.
Don't be an idiot. Of course it is. Where do you think our taxes go? We're supporting wasters like him. We pay for their health care, their housing, their fucking food as well. They're living on handouts. Not my responsibility to look after them.
Some people don't have the same advantages we had. As a society, isn't it our duty to help people get back on their feet? Isn't lending a hand the right thing to do?
Oh, come on. We're doing way more than just lending a hand. We're paying for their entire life. And they're not going to change. Sure, they don't have any incentive to work. I shouldn't have to pay for scum like him who bring absolutely no benefit to society.
You shouldn't call people that. Stop being such an asshole.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic. I can say what I want. Whatever happened to freedom of speech?
That doesn't mean you can say it. It's freedom of speech, not freedom of hate speech.
I forgot you've always been so PC about things like this. Don't be such a fucking pussy, they're just words.
Just let him on. It's not my responsibility, right? I never thought it was a problem. It was cool to be edgy and anti-PC in school. I just presumed everyone grew out of it. No, that's not true. It's just wishful thinking. This thing doesn't go away. You don't just magically turn into an adult with non-toxic views. Most adults are shitheads too when you think about it. But why do we never notice at the moment how bad things are? We always make excuses for it. It's just banter between lads. They're just words. It's fine. You can say it. Go on. Say it. They're your friends. They want the best for you, right? Right? That's what you tell yourself, but it's hard to believe when they're all gathered around you screaming in your ear, say it! Don't be such a fucking pussy! Say it! Nobody's gonna hear! Just say it! It's just a word, they say. Just a word. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything other than years of hate and the weight all the people have to grit their teeth and bear all of the scorn and discrimination that comes with the words they spit out of their mouths in glee. It's freedom of speech, but it's only their freedom because they wield it to oppress and discriminate. It's only freedom to them, and you don't have the freedom not to speak. You're either with them or against them, and they need you to prove you're with them. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it! You just sit there and awkwardly laugh through it all until something else catches their attention and they move on. Your response? Nothing. You don't have one. Besides, it's not your response. In your head, you're not one of them. You're not like them. But aren't you? You let them walk all over you. You let them think they are right without question or debate. You don't just enable their behavior. You consolidate it. You see it start and you let it grow and fester without any challenge until it's no longer just confined to private conversations between friends. The more their confidence grows, the louder they get and the more people they hurt. That's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to respond.
Hey, I saw you shared that petition for free third level education. What do you think, we're a socialist country now?
I just think people have a right to education. It's not a big deal.
Education in this country is already way too cheap. If you make it free, nobody will work for it.
Your parents paid for your tuition. You hardly worked for it.
That's different. We shouldn't be giving people handouts.
You've been handed everything all your life.
All they want is to mooch off the state. I don't deserve to pay for other people's laziness.
You're not even the one paying for it.
Doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to pay to support other people. Just look at all these fucking travelers. They have it so easy. All they have to do is have a couple of kids and then we just reward them with a house. They literally defraud the state and we pay for it. Why don't you have a problem with that?
I wonder why it's only a problem for you when it's someone of a different class or ethnicity. Oh, I know why. It's because you're a fucking bigot. It isn't a problem when politicians just take people off their tracker mortgages. It's not a problem when white billionaires commit fraud. You just say that's being smart. It's all part of the big capitalist game. You don't care because caring would mean disturbing a system that benefits you. You don't really care about anything other than discriminating against others and using them as scapegoats for your own problems.
I hate billionaires, you moron. I hate all the fucking globalists tricking everyone and lining their pockets with their oh so tolerant cultural Marxist bullshit.
Do you even know what you mean when you say globalist or cultural Marxism? Just admit that you're a racist, classist, discriminatory piece of shit who only cares about himself. And I guess you can add anti-Semitic to the list as well.
Oh, wow. You would never understand. You've been so brainwashed by the left that you can't see how these people are parasites feeding off the hard-working society. That's you calling me an ass. At least I'm realistic. You weren't so deluded. You want to build this utopian society where everyone is into society based on the reciprocity innate in human nature instead of building it based on mankind's greed. Other than yourself, you're just going to...
I can't continue to support your toxic views anymore. It's obvious you're not going to change and that nothing I can say can convince you. I can't associate with someone who can't even pretend to be a decent human being. I really hope that can change. But until then, we're done. Don't contact me again.
Virgo, Sophie. I had no idea he was that far gone, that he'd become someone else. Not until it was... I'm sorry.
This is too insane.
Wait a minute. So are you actually telling me that that's the same person?
Yeah, I think so.
What can I do to help? Can I talk to him? Can I try
I wouldn't do that if I were you. That'll just make it worse. When I get frustrated at someone calling me out on my shit, I take it out on other people who I can hurt, make myself feel bigger or something. You might do the same.
Surely there must be something more I can do to make up for what I've done.
Blank space, just listen, because I can't grant you absolution because I am not in a place to do that right now, but I do know that this world that we've managed to fall into is confusing and it's scary, and I don't blame you for being scared and confused because I was and I am.
I think a lot of us are. I've got a lot of learning to do.
More French?
That too. Anyway, I better get going, guys. Belleville awaits. Anonymous, make sure you check out the Trolling Addicts forum, okay? Could really help.
Yeah, whatever, man. Maybe.
Hope everything turns out all right, Virgo.
Thanks, Aiden.
Best of luck, Anaid. Well, I think I should follow his lead.
Wait. Lizzie.
Yeah?
What should I do?
Talk to Joanne if you really want some help, but don't expect her to welcome you with open arms or even just to take the first step to save you. You have to be willing to help yourself. And get the help you need, Virgo. Take time to heal. And Charlie Rose, thanks for giving me some new insight. And, best of luck with your mother. So, take care.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
All right, well, I'll say a prayer for all of you.
I'll go to play some Mario or something to cleanse my soul.
Make sure you got better chat moderation, okay?
You're not as alone as they make you think.
Yeah, maybe. But best of luck to all of you, I suppose, and accept you, Anonymous, because I guess you're still kind of a dick, so.
I'll take that as my cue to leave. It's weird getting to leave one of these voluntarily and not getting kicked.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know. Something different, I hope. You should too.
Well, I guess I'll be heading too, I suppose. The kids need their mother.
Please take care of yourself, okay?
Get yourself some help. Get off the Facebook.
Thanks, girls. Thanks.
Should I really just give up on him, Charlie? Or on anyone like him? It wasn't too late for Anaid or Lizzie. It might not be too late for Haven. Even that troll might get some help. How can you ever say for sure someone's a lost cause?
I think it depends. There's never any way of knowing for sure, but I think you have to follow them to gauge it. Really know them in real life. I mean, if it's online, just forget it. You need to get to them before they get sucked in all the way, which means you have to call out the bullshit when you see it, no matter how harmless it seems. They need to get the help and do the work themselves. No one else is responsible. And you need to listen to people when they tell you that there is a problem.
Yeah. Done a lot of listening today.
Definitely.
Thank you, Charlie Rose.
To mention it. Take care, guys. Go outside for a little while. Especially tomorrow. It's supposed to be really nice out. See you, everyone.
So. I'm sorry.
You couldn't have known what was happening.
But what I saw should have been enough to get me to step up. And I didn't until it was too late. So, I'm sorry.
Well, I was there too.
Really?
So it's okay.
Okay. But are you sure there's nothing else I can do?
If you could look into that website they joined, the one that I'm on now, that has my details, and help me figure out if there's a way I can leave.
Okay. Yes. That I can do. I promise.
Thanks, Liam.
You know who I am?
It wasn't hard to guess, because, you know, he has talked about you. He said you're a good person.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Stay in the shadows, cheer at the gallows. This is a roundup. This is a low-flying panic attack. Sing a song on the jukebox that goes Burn the witch. Burn the witch. We know where you live. Red crosses on wooden doors, and if you float, you burn. Loose talk round tables, abandon all reason. Avoid all eye contact. Do not react. Shoot the messengers. This is a low-flying panic attack. Sing the song of sixpence that goes by.
Hi, Joanne.
We know
Yeah, it's me.